Oh, well, he knows about him.
That's
That
why he said it.
Yeah, I mean, you just not. Uh, he which he ca he's been on Broadway and all that, and I never heard of him until he came through here. What year? But I got a CD of that he put out, and I didn't have nothing to play it on. So and Loretta had a CD player, and what is he? Is he my third, fourth? I mean fifth? Just anyway, I forget what. But Shirley knows all about him too.
But who is he?
Yeah. Which one? I got he. Is it in this one? I'll have to live out. It might be in this one here. How's the hard head doing? Has he got? Or he's gonna come yet?
Yes, beginning of January.
Huh?
Beginning of January.
Oh, the first week of January or what?
Yeah, right after the holidays.
Oh, wow. Uh, you ever see such a mess? Well, I got he he came through. He had a SUV, and that thing. I mean, it just looked like it was full of everything, like a traveling gypsy, and I he slept in it, and I thought he'd gonna stay all night, but he just stayed a while, and he took off, and he called me, and I said, Charles, where? He said, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, he had went by and saw who was it Tommy? Yeah, Tommy. It was some of the kinfolk, yeah.
Tell me about Lizzie, your sister.
Hmm?
Tell me about Lizzie, your sister.
How much were
Your sister Lizzie.
No, the lady, no, they lived in, let's see, they came through here. When they came through with all the big bus, there was 10 or they lived in, did they live in Michigan or Chicago?
So
I
that
had,
was because you're the baby, right? So Lizzie would have been your older sister.
no, Lorenzo. That's the oldest one. And then there's Carrie, then Corrine, and let's see, Lorenzo, Carrie, Corrine, Lizzie, and then Tommy. That's 5 of them.
Where's Buddy?
Huh?
Where's Buddy?
Oh, I'm talking about the girls. See, it was only, I told you, only three boys, my twin, and your Uncle Buddy. But I told you, it was another, this Tom and Lee. Well, I didn't know her. That was before me. And then before her, it was a set of twins, but it was a boy and a girl. And see, I didn't even know them. Even at Tom and no, what did I see? Tommy. Tommy's the younger. I'll get it right. And poor Tony, I think about him. He took care of with his Brian Stem. Him and his wife split the sheet. And so I said, Lord.
But you said you left when you were 8, right? From Arkansas?
Dad gave me away at 8. We left in Arkansas in 1940, come to Missouri, and been there since that date the distance.
And that's when he gave you away.
Yeah, and 37.
So then you were 10, not 8. You were 10, not 8. Because you were born in 27.
And I was gave away, and I was born in 27, and my dad gave me away in 37. That was 27 was the biggest flood, and then the next was in 37. That's when I told you I saw the chickens floating down. Yeah, I know I got.
So before he gave you away, did you enjoy your childhood in Arkansas?
Yeah, I enjoyed my childhood because all of the rest of them, I didn't know what they was doing. And heck, I was glad to have a good meal and clothes and heck yeah. Because at home,
Who were you closer to, Granddaddy?
3 meals a day. And
Grandpa, who were you closest to out of your siblings when you were growing up?
when I was close to,
Who was you closest to?
I was closer to Joanne. That's the youngest girl that's still living today. She's 3 years younger than I. Me and the oldest girl couldn't get along too good. Cause we was just, how kids want to boss each other, and she being a girl too. But me and Joe was real close. We'd go out hunting, and the time we found some baby skunks and.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the dog killing all except one, and she took it home, and Mom let her keep it. She fed it with the eye drop, Now that was down at the resort where we feel. I told you about the guy scattered and got through his hunting cap over and that. I mean, we had a dining room.
But Joanne was Mom's daughter.
Yeah, Joe and Jean. And Mom had another daughter before I knew her. but she had died, and I forget her name.
But before you went to mom's, who were you closer to with your real brothers and sisters?
That was your Uncle Buddy. There was only us two boys, you know. I told you, he's the one who got me in a lot of trouble, and I got. Now here's put your glasses on. Now you see them names right there?
Thomas Knight, Edith Spencer, James
Oh,
Nickelberry.
not Naida. That's the one. She's dead and gone. That's the Lucy. I just haven't took that out of her out of the book. But here's the nice. Now see, I didn't know anything about them.
The Nickelberries.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I'll have to show you that when I went to the first family union. But I used to call them, and nobody answered. But this one of them just died not too long ago. Shirley said this was Gladys's Knight's brothers, and I know there wasn't no. They didn't. I didn't know anything about the older Gladys Knight. The first two. And like I told you, I think this woman there on the wall is there by my sister-in-law. And one in the picture. But I think when I went to the family reunion, I'm going to have to mark this out. I forget.
What are you marking out?
This is Lucy. She in the red dress and she died. She was in Kansas City. I just hadn't took it out. Who is that? Oh, that's Helen. That's her niece, who she was living with. So.
How do you remember that with no name on it? How do you remember that with no name on it?
Because see that's her and that's her niece. Now I'm gonna have to call Helen. That's how she wish her happy holiday. That Allison, she doesn't come back. But I'll look through this. He'll ever see anything. I tell you, he will come back.
That's your way of organizing.
Yeah, that nobody else. Of course.
As long as you can read it, that's all that matters.
Now here's the guy I told you used to be my handyman. He worked, but he had a paraplegic wife, and he got out and he got Shelley. Jeff got some more assistant. He just take care, but he and Don came, and when they put in these new windows, because that's what, and this right here is that people up here at the orchard, when they first got here, I guess they'd been there a year. I just stopped there and heck, we just hit it off, and our sister was visiting. She was from Pennsylvania, and every time I see them out there, they still own the orchard, but the restaurant is sold to some other people. And I stopped there, and they had a lady when they first opened. She was from Mississippi, and she almost had to turn sideways to get through that door, but she can make the best fried apple pies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Julie. I got to call her. Now this is Steve's sister that takes me and called me. If they was in Hot Spring, that's his sister. And they was out here. I hadn't seen that girl. She left. She worked for the medical center. She left, and I heard she was in. She went to Minnesota, somewhere up north. Then one time she was in Hawaii, and I didn't know where because Steve and we didn't become like he would take me stuff. I would see him, but this Julie, she retired, and she come back here, and she lived, I forget, over there, all in some apartment. But they was out here the 3rd, the 5th, 2021. They surprised me. They came and they brought some dinner, I said, Julie, why in the world? And she had been to Hawaii and worked different places, for the government. Let's see, there's Eddie Thomas, David Thomas, Ed Lewani. When I'm on.
I want to know about your brothers and sisters, though.
What?
I want to know about your brothers and sisters.
Well, I'll show you part of them. I done told you most of it.
Is Lizzie still living? Is she gone?
What?
Lizzie. Is she dead?
I told you. Try to get your mind clear.
It is.
I told you I'm the only one that's left out of the immediate family.
Right.
Now.
Except with Mom, there's the youngest that's still living, Joanne.
I'm speaking of my family, not the Caucasian family.
Right.
When I say mom, that's Caucasian.
Yeah.
When I say mother, that's mother.
Right.
Because I was telling Mark about you, and that he looked at that, and I told him, but the night name was over with me, but you had some kids that carry on the night. And I told him about Rebecca there, and I said, that's the lawyer, and working on the sassafras. I said, and she got a brother. I said, hadn't been for you, why they would have, and of course with Anthony the alcohol. Because see, let me. Yeah, of course Anthony still would have carried it, but I didn't know that at the time until I didn't know nothing about him until they started.
Well, at least on our side of the family, it's Tony, Joshua, and Landon.
Mm-hmm.
They'll carry on the Knight family name.
No.
Unless the girls have a child and aren't married.
Yeah, this is when they put them windows in. It was the 9th, 13th, 11. That's when my handyman, he was really good.
Grandpa, the way you did those ribs, you smoked them, but you said they're not ready yet. I wish I could have seen you doing them.
Well, all you do is put them on, watch your fire. Don't let it burn. Well, it's one there I got a little bit brown because I was back in. Well, I had to move a lot. Here it is. I knew it was. Here it is. Mississippi, Charles Bellows. Put your glasses on. Look.
My glasses are already
Okay.
on. So he lives in Jersey.
No, he did live in New Jersey, but Shirley said now he's back in, what did she say? Is he still in New? But that's the time when he came. Seemed like she told me he was down in Tennessee, or maybe, see, I don't know. They correspond through the high tech. But that's when, see, he wrote that down when he came through. Have I got the year marked there when he came? Let me see.
No. I'm surprised you don't, because you write the date down for everything else.
No, I didn't.
I'm surprised because you normally write it.
But when I wish I had a CD. Have you got a CD player in your car?
Yes.
What size? Is it that size?
I haven't used it, to be honest with you.
Oh. Well, of course, you use that up. But I've got the CD. He plays music, different songs. I forgot how many songs that it's somewhere in this stuff. I got CDs of, you know how they used to, with your pictures, you know. Well, see, I didn't have nothing to use it. It's some of them, but that's who that is right there. That's him. But
So he makes music.
well, no, he's not on Broadway now. I think he's in he probably about his 80s or 90s.
Dad said today is his birthday.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Dad said is his birthday. He's 82 today.
Oh, today. Oh, see, I didn't know. How did he know his birthday? I guess, well, he probably kept up with him through the high tech stuff. And he's 80 today.
82.
82. But he's the one. I'll tell you about the insulated dress pants I got, you know. Charlie, well, he was in, when did he come through here? I think like in February or March. It was chilly, but he rolls the insulated up, you know, you could see it. He was quite a guy. But he's on, what is he? Did Edric tell you what kin he is to
No, he
Mother?
just asked me to ask you, did you know who that was?
Well, yeah, well, I told your dad a long time ago when he came to you. That's what got it. He is on Mother's side. And Shirley said he's still working on running down her side.
Something you've never told me. What is your mother's maiden name?
Well, oh golly, Tipmont. Well, I'll think of it in a minute.
But your dad's name was Knight.
Knight, yeah.
Okay, but what was Grandma's?
Huh?
What was his wife's name? Your mother, which would be my great grandmother.
Yeah, that's the Maybell. That's on the shows in the train where Dan Knight and Maybell and what. But Shirley can't find who took that picture that's in
of
the
your
app.
mom in front of the flag.
Yeah.
I wonder when that picture was even taken. What year?
Well, it's bound to have been taken years ago. I mean, but she can't find anybody who took that picture. Probably they're dead and gone, and nobody had started running down the family tree.
So who took the picture of your dad?
Well, I guess I don't know whether who made this, who was started that.
Because there's a lot of really nice pictures of all your mom,
Yeah,
your
that's
dad, your
all.
brothers and sisters.
Was it her who? No, who? I'll have to ask Shirley. Because I didn't know a thing about it until they sent me the menu and thing when they had it out west in California. But what the other doggone? Your grandma had, Bain. Yeah, well, that's her maiden name. I didn't know that until I went to the Cleveland, Mississippi, and I met her, this Richard Bain, and I won't do it now. But see, you haven't seen that other album.
We're gonna have to go through it this weekend.
Yeah, well, I'll show you. It showed you exactly when, because I always want to know what was my mother's name, what was her maiden name, and I never knew until.
Did you ever know your parents' names, their parents' names?
Well, that's what I was telling you about. There was Big Mama and Little Dad. We called it. I don't know whether that was.
But you don't know if it was your mom's parents or your dad's parents.
I think that was my dad's parents. But
But they had to have names. That's just your nicknames were for them.
here's why your grandpa had the biggest garden in 03. Dink's mother dead and gone. I'd forgotten how to coal pack, and I called Jeannie. I said, Jeannie, I didn't have a pressure cooker, and that's when she gave me that. How many? I'm carrying, what is that? 30 pounds.
3 hours, 30 pounds.
Yeah. No. Wait, now.
Is that what it's
I'll
saying?
read it to you. You reading it wrong. That was 2003.
Right.
Green bean, 3 hours. I canned 30 pints.
Pints, not pounds. Okay.
Could not quart pints,
Yeah.
Okay. Tomatoes, 25 minutes. I canned 32 pints of tomatoes.
Wow.
That's when I'll find that picture of that 8-pound cabbage that is somewhere in some pictures.
I'm sure you have it, Granddaddy.
I know I got it called. And that's when my sister Joanne supposed to come out and help me with the garden. Joe came out one time and didn't see us then. I said, Joe, when you all right? I just didn't even bother. I gave tomatoes away, I gave stuff away, and I never did put out another big one like that again. Yeah, she come out one time and that little slow jacker. Of course, she's in pretty bad health now. She lived with her youngest son. I talked to her, and and she can't hardly walk.
But I'm curious about your real brothers and sisters.
Well, and my real brother and sister, I can tell you more about my adopted than about my real. Because I told you I wasn't went home with them.
Until you were.
Yeah, they didn't. I knew why they were. They knew why, but none of them come in contact me until the later years. Yeah, that they didn't. I said, good heaven, when I was young, coming up, they didn't care. But after I got old, then my brother, well, give me a boy. Hello, goodbye. Only one that we was around me was your Uncle Buddy.
Yeah.
Because Mom told him you could stay here, then he'd stay a while, and then he'd take off. He'd come back. He'd stay a while. Probably gonna go and let him go on so I'm gonna go get a job. I said, buddy, I got a stake here. I'm not gonna follow you.
Right.
And no, it's nothing.
But you really didn't keep up with the girls.
You see, other than their families. My family couldn't do nothing. I mean, they always poor as Job's turkey. Heck, Dad gave me away. Heck, I had 3 meals a day and had clothes and ate. Oh, shoot, I was glad he gave me away. One thing, Mom should have homeschooled me. God rest his soul. But I did. I got a character how to live with anybody. Yeah, that. Now here, okay, here's a year. Oh, let me stand up a little. Wait a minute. Okay, put that on.
You all right?
Oh, I got straight head. Or did I have that upside there? See this little book. Now this is the year. Let me see now. Let it get it right. Yeah, this is 2001. This, when I found out by who this was, he was this is fishing and hunting license. This is that they didn't know anything about him. That's the time I told you when they came through with the big bus and little babies in the arm, and I wonder what in the world. But they just stayed here, visit. Then they went on. I told them it's the best way to go. They was going to go to St. Louis and visit somebody there. And he said, what's the best way to get there to go from here, go back like they came? I met them in Rogersville and showed them, led them out here. And I said, well, the shortest way, let's go up B Highway. I said, then you can hit the interstate. It's out of Stratford. And he said, I said, the roads are crooked. He said, oh, I can handle it. Because his dad had a fleet of trucks. And that's when that was his fishing license. And I kidded him about, this is the Teamsters, you know. I kidding him about half of you. Yeah, and I'll tell you, Cheddar, this big bus, and they're coming out. They had babies in their arms, and well, it was 9 of them with grown up and kids in that big bus. And I hadn't. Well, see, that was Lizzie. Hadn't seen her. When I went to no, let me see. I'm trying to think. When I seen all of them with Brian,
Was that the first time
Was
you had
that
seen
when
her
we went
since you
down?
left home?
That's wait now. Is that when we went to with the mother's funeral or grandpa? Because they went and got Lorenzo out of the nursing home, and she was pretty good. Had to take her back, and that's been somewhere. But that's
It's hard to remember, isn't it?
oh yeah. But they because he didn't know that I was a fisherman, and that's what I told you about when we went to the the family union in Elgin when they had the half-done pig.
Yeah.
And you ain't Corrine was there, and then she was pretty good. AD was there. That was I
So
told
she would be like my great, great, great.
great. That's my well, sure she must. But see, when I knew her, I didn't even know. That's when I met this AD's sister, Corinne's daughter, and she was retired. She's a school teacher and looked just like Corey. I'll never forget that to sit down on see my. She sat right there on the step and told me how many years that she taught school. I said, well, when I know, the only one I knew was AD. That's but when I seen him at that family reunion, no, that was at one of the funerals, mother of that. He had the same personality, and I picked him out before I knew who he was. He had the same personality that he had when I knew him when I was a little boy. And of course, he dead and gone now. Cause I saw him at the family reunion at Elgin, and heck, they said, "I'll get when he came up with the autism and all that. Didn't remember anything." I said, "Wow, he looked so healthy there." And of course, he remembered me because he was older now. But it's your grandpa's had a life that, like Mark looked at that, he didn't know all about it. I said, Mark.
Well, I'm quite sure he
I said,
didn't.
Mark, I said, I told him we're working on the sassafras and working on a book. And I said, they should have thought it. And of course, he knows about that one, on the wall. And I told him about that other one there. Al come out where you wouldn't have to wear no glasses. Because he hadn't gave that to me. And the daughter, he died, and then she gave that to me and told me, said, Dad didn't have a chance to. I didn't even know he was working on that one. But you never know what a person is doing until you come.
That's true.
So I said, oh man. Yeah, I'll show you that other album, and I can show you some more about the stuff I didn't know until I got.
Yeah, because I would like to know. I would really like to know. I really want to know about your brothers and sisters before you left home. Before you were sent away.
Left home, heck, I was little. I told you, I was 8 years old. All I did, it wasn't all of them was gone, except Carrie and Carrie, Carrie and Buddy, and myself. Let's see now. Lorenzo was gone. Lizzie, she was gone. No, it was only us. It was Carrie, Buddy, and myself. Only three of them left at home when he gave me the horse.
So how old was the rest of them when?
They was all older than I. Tommy was the youngest one. See, I'm 3 years older than her.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Buddy, he's 7 years older than I am.
Right.
Well, they had a parents that, I guess that's the biggest period they entered a kid, but I don't know about before me, you know, how many years between me and the one that died and the one before that. I don't know how many years. But no, I didn't know anything about my family until I got an adult. And I didn't have, shoot, I knew what about it all down south and out west, and shoot, I had to make my own bed, you know, worry about my family. Like Cookie, she always called me my rich uncle. What? Because I guess more than any of the rest of them, shoot, Lord, give me a word. I tell everybody when I was little, they didn't care where I lived or died. After I got grown, thought I had a good job, and my family, and I wasn't interested in nobody else but my family. My responsibility.
But that's what you did, Grandpa. That's what you did. You made sure you took care of your family.
You better believe it, because I didn't want to neglect my kids like I was.
Well, you did a great job with them.
Well, I hope I did. If it did, I told
Well, look at that wall.
I told them, I said, I did my best to be an uneducated Arkansasian. I said, I'm not a Razorback. And I said, I'm not a hillbilly. I am who I am. That's all.
But look at the wall and look at your legacy.
I'm proud of it. Everybody can't believe I did. Like I told you, heck, it went, them boys and girls, they didn't, if they got any girls pregnant, if they did, I didn't know anything about it. If it did, I know good and well, because everybody, the Knight family, we was just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told everybody. Because your grandma, we told them what life was. We didn't hide nothing from them, because they had seen how a lot of people messed like you.
Yeah.
And a lot more of they seen it.
Although I messed up, but I raised my kids right. Thankfully. You got a lawyer in the family because of me.
Huh?
You have a lawyer in the family because of me.
Yeah, that's what I told Mark. I said, I showed him, and then he looked up there and said, "Who is that?" I said, that's the helicopter pilot, the second one. I forgot to tell him her rank, because we was talking about, but I always thought she was a major, but she retired as a colonel.
That's what I understand, yeah.
Gosh, and that little soldier won't send me a picture of her in her uniform. Well, I told you I won't. And of course, he looked up. I said, "Right there she is." And I said, "They're mixed." I said, I see them girls there. I have never seen them.
You talking about Sophia and Layla? Tish's girls.
But I can say it. I told him, I said, you see all them pictures? I said, we did politics. And I said, right there. I said, see that? I'll be back. Well, that's before Maria caught up with him. Then they, now that was another politics different. He's Republican, but she's a Democrat.
Maria Shriver.
Maria Chavez, kin to the Kennedy. Yeah, I'll be back. That's what I tell some people. They know what I'm talking about, and a lot of them don't. I'll be back. All right, man. They show some of his movie. He's a gross looking. They put him. I'll be back. I tell you.
Grandpa, I think I'm going to bed.
It's 9:30. I know I ain't going to bed.
I know
I'll
I
sit in
am.
that chair there. Oh,